Hey guys, welcome to Barcelona United. Welcome to another video. And Borussia Dortmund 0, Barcelona 0. And this is gonna be the attitude for me for the rest of the video. Sorry if I'm not excited to record this video. I think I'm excused for what I've seen today. It was a roller coaster of emotions throughout the match. I was happy for some parts of the game, and for others I wanted to pull my hair out. It wasn't like completely horrible. It's just that the game, it was horrendous to watch. No thanks to Dortmund. That if there was any other coach in the world, I think that we would have come out of here with an absolute battering, maybe like a 5-0, something like that. But because we have to give thanks that Lucien Favre is a defensive coach, because if that's a defensive coach's attacking team, I don't want to see what they would have done against us if it was Jurgen Klopp leading this side into the attack. It would have been an absolute disaster. But before getting started talking about the game, let me give you lineups. Barcelona to go with Marco Reus in net, Jordi Alba, Clement Lenglet, Gerard Piqué, and Nelson Semedo in defense. A midfield of Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong, Artur Melo, and a four-line of Antoine Griezmann, Ansu Fati, and Luis Suarez. Borussia Dortmund up to go with Roman Bürki in net, Hakimi, Akanji, Mats Hummels, Rafael Guerreiro in defense. A double pivot of Axel Witsel, Thomas Delaney, 3 number 10s in Thorgan Hazard, Marco Reus, and Jadon Sancho, and as the number 9, former Barcelona striker Paco Alcacer. And what can I say about the game? I'm gonna go ahead talking about the Dortmund players, and then I'll quickly wrap that up and go ahead and talk about the Barcelona players, because this was something to talk about. I'll just first start by saying that Dortmund, I'm surprised that they didn't go ahead and press us high up the pitch. Like, I think they pay. I'm noticing that teams are paying far too much respect to Barcelona, and undeservedly, because if you go ahead and press us high, like we saw in the second half, they probably would have breaking us apart at some point or another. If Ter Stegen didn't have probably one of his best games in a Barcelona shirt, although I probably say that about every game in a Barcelona shirt that is Ter Stegen in. But I really think that you go ahead and press us like you did in the second half, and it would have been really bad for us. A point away from home against Dortmund is a good point, considering that Inter Milan just draw today against Slavia at home. So I think if we can do a couple of good games at home and win the 2 games against Slavia, we should be fine to get out of the group. We just gonna have to see what we're gonna have to do, but starting with a point against a really tough team, it's not bad. Like even losing comes into my plans in this game against Borussia Dortmund, because they're a tough team to beat, but it's just that they completely outdid us during the whole match for a lot of parts of it. Like during the first half, it was a little bit like Barcelona had more chances to play what they wanted to play, because they didn't press us as much. They only started pressing us from their own half when we started getting into their own half. But other than that, they didn't do much. I think Lucien Favre quickly recognized that in the second half that they could go 3D presses, because we have no danger at all going forward. So he went ahead and presses, and we conceded about a million chances that game. But that's okay, I guess. I think Bürki did a fine job. The few times he had to do anything, he did fine. Hakimi and Rafael Guerreiro, especially Hakimi, down the right, it was superb. One of the best young fullbacks in the world. I absolutely love Hakimi, actually. I think that he's a fantastic fullback. and it's just a shame that he's a Real Madrid player next season, although I'm confident that they will ruin him because they have Odriozola and Carvajal in their lines as right backs. So Akanji and Hummels. Hummels had a fantastic game, probably one of the man of the matches, probably the man of the match for Dortmund, if I have to be honest. Akanji was fine, he did a good job. Rafa Guerrero the same. Midfield of Delaney and Witsel was fine. It was not like the most spectacular thing, but they did a really good job containing whatever you had as Barcelona forwards, because they did nothing to contain off. But Thorgan Hansen was really good participating wise. I was not surprised, but I really thought he was going to go with Julian Brandt. He opted to go with Thorgan Hansen, and I think that was a good choice. Not probably I'm not going to say it was the right choice. It was just a good choice. Thorgan Hansen is a really good player. He's a player that gives you a lot going forward. Creating wise, he created a lot of chances in the game, and it was really good to see from him. Marco Reus, again, one of my favorite players. He's my second favorite player in the world. He is fantastic. He's one of the players that you wish Barcelona would have signed. Like, if we would have signed Reus instead of Neymar, it would have been something else. Like, Reus is a player that potential-wise, he could have been there. If he didn't suffer that much through injury, he should have been one of the best players in the world. Maybe not at the level of Messi, but definitely in that second category with your Suarez, with your Ronaldos, with players like that. It's been good. It's been good to see him back to full fitness and contributing from last season onwards. He's been actually really, really promising. Then you have Paco Alcacer, who didn't have his best night, at least in the finishing sense. Everything else he was fine. A lot of people are saying that, like, why would you let go of Paco Alcacer? He's shining at Dortmund and we should have kept him instead of looking for a backup striker. I disagree. I think that yes, for a backup striker, he's fine, but what we're looking for is a replacement for Suarez. He's for a player that, when Suarez leaves, can eventually overtake for us in that way. And I don't think that Paco Alcacer is particularly that player. I think he's a really good striker, just not for a team like Barcelona, because we demand more stuff from our strikers, and Alcacer I just don't think has the technical ability to do so. I think that Jadon Sancho was spectacular. Definitely seen. I mean, I didn't have to see his game to see his class, but again, if we're looking for a forward to sign and we cannot sign Mbappe, he is one of the greatest candidates that we could sign for 150 million. If you can get him, Barcelona need to consider this option, because he's a fantastic player and a generational talent, definitely. But with that said, let's talk about Barcelona. Where do I want to start with? I mean, at least Ter Stegen later on for the video, because he was the protagonist of the night, obviously. Let's talk about Jordi Alba's injury. He was unfortunate to pick up that injury. I hope it's nothing too serious, but I hope just a few weeks, not more than that. If it is, then it's gonna be a shame. But defensively wise, Piqué and Lenglet were, a little bit out of focus. I thought, like, they were just not that, like, focused. Like, I had very nervy moments where their performances reminded me of the defensive performance against Roma in some moments of the match. It was kind of worrying. I didn't know what was going on, but they sorted themselves out, and the second half they were better. Although we can see more chances, but that's not because of them, and that's because of the way that we played and because of the way that Dortmund managed to press us. I think Semedo changed to the left hand side after Jordi Alba got injured, and then Sergio Roberto came in and played the right hand side. Both of them were pretty decent, but like, the circulation of the game wasn't good enough, so therefore they're not gonna be able to be as good or protagonize as much. They had a lot to deal with in Hakimi, Hazard, and Rafael Guerrero and Sancho, so again, not the best night to perform for a fullback, definitely. Then you had the likes of Frankie de Jong, Sergio Busquets, and Artur Melo. That's not the midfield I would have chosen for this game. I think Arthur was definitely the best player, the best outfield player of the game, at least for Barcelona. His managing of the tempo of the game is fantastic. His passing was superb. He took pretty much every decision right, never getting the ball away from him. It was perfect. Like, he's really making a statement to be a star player for this team, and so far, he is the only player that, for me, has played the best minutes out of whatever he's played. Better than De Jong, better than Busquets, Rakitic, Arturo Vidal, whatever. For me, he's been the best player. I think a player like Vidal is kind of what we missed today. I really thought that Arturo Vidal was a player that should have played this game, that it was the conditions of the game, the speed of the game demanded a play like Arturo Vidal, but Rakitic has to play, and it wasn't bad. Rakitic didn't play bad. We switched Frankie de Jong to the pivot position, and Rakitic went to play in center midfield, and he was fine. It's just that, Arturo Vidal is a different profile of player that would have given us more intensity, more battle, but Rakitic was fine. I honestly thought that he was gonna start this game. I guess not. Then you had in the forward line Ansu Fati. It's a shame that it's very annoying that everything that is going forward for us, like all the attacking responsibilities, were falling on the 16-year-old. It wasn't falling on Suarez. It wasn't falling on Griezmann. Suarez has the excuse that he just came back from an injury, but Griezmann, I'm not saying that you should be benched, but you need to start taking, start earning your money, start earning your wages. Like, the responsibility shouldn't be on the guy, shouldn't be on the Dembélés and Ansu Fati's of the world. The responsibility for Barcelona going forward needs to be of Suarez, of Griezmann, and of Messi. If Suarez and Messi are injured, or just came back from injury, then the responsibility needs to fall on Griezmann. I know that he's adapting to Barcelona, but I just hope that he's not taking an Arda to run attitude of, hey, I went to work really hard under Simeone, and now I'm gonna come here to Barcelona and play like friends and play with my friends and play very nicely and not have to do hard work, because you need to be working really hard here if you're gonna be at Barcelona and you want to be a success at a club like Barcelona. Suarez was alright. He came back from injury. I don't know how good he is. Physically, I still have to see more games out of him. He was, Suarez always takes a little bit more to kick into gear to start performing well, but once he starts in that role, it will be very beneficial for Barcelona to have the best version out of him. We had Lionel Messi, who I didn't expect him to do much. He just came back from an injury, probably didn't train much before this game, but it's good that he got, we saw him on a good, at least physical condition. I think he starts getting into the set of things, starts playing, starts training more. He's gonna get back to his best level, I hope, and we really need him, because apparently going forward, if it's not a 16-year-old or is Lionel Messi doing Lionel Messi type things, then you have nothing going forward for you. So, and now to talk about the protagonist of the night, it was Ernesto Valverde. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It wasn't Ernesto Valverde. It was Marc-Andre ter Stegen, the German Wall. And this is not a team of Messi. This is not a team of Piqué, of Busquets, of Suarez, of Griezmann, of Rakitic. This is not a team of any of those players. This is the Barcelona of ter Stegen. And here we go again. Because this is going to be another season where if ter Stegen doesn't have a good game, Barcelona are more likely than not going to suffer a lot. And we suffered anyways, but he saved a penalty. He was very decisive again. His positioning, coming out to close the space is absolutely superb. His decision making for saves is fantastic. He's just the best goalkeeper in the world for me, and at least for our style, he's the best. Definitely, no doubt about it. His combination of saves and the way that he plays with his feet is absolutely fantastic, and we couldn't ask for a better goalkeeper. And I hope that this doesn't become a trend like last season of ter Stegen has fantastic matches to the cost of Barcelona being horrible. Like it cannot be like this. There must be an improvement. We need to see. I want to see less of Stegen, to be completely honest with you. I rather us have, like, you know, kind of a big talk about this season where you don't see him much because we, as Barcelona, don't give the other team chances to come at us and attack us. And if they do attack us on a break, well, it's a break. It's one or two chances on the break that it might be a really tough chance for the goalkeeper to save, whatever. But like, when you're giving up so many chances and you're not moving the ball at a constant speed, at a really good speed that you need to move the ball around, where your players are not moving into the space that they need to move about, and players are not playing with the intensity that they need to play with, then you have Ter Stegen having to be basically a combination of like Cech, Neuer, Oliver Kahn, Buffon, and, like, you know, all the best goalkeepers in the world put together in order to, like, give those performances. Because other than that, I don't know what to say. Like, the guy's unbelievable. He saves things that I don't expect him to save. And, well, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm sorry if it wasn't the most entertaining, like, discussion about Barcelona, but when I see a dull game, I hope I can only try to do to the best of my ability to give my best, like, review of what I saw. And because what I saw wasn't much, I think that getting this much out of it is actually quite decent. And I wanted to conclude this by switching to another topic really quick, and it was asking about the future of the channel. I'm gonna keep talking about Barcelona and about football in general. I actually want to start talking more about football if I have time, whenever there's not like pending Barcelona news on the day. That's something I might want to do. But I wanted to ask you that if I can, and if you guys want to, would you like to see a career mode coming out for FIFA 20? FIFA 20 is going to be released in like the 19th, like in 2 days. So would you like to see that? Would you like to see me upload, like, because of school and stuff like that, and I don't want to like stop uploading like the regular content of the channel, but I could upload maybe maybe if I can 3 times a week, a career mode about whatever team you guys want me to do. There's a Barcelona channel, but I will be discussing when the game comes out, depending on what I see it, whether I'm going to do the Barcelona career mode at the start or later on throughout the year. But let me know if you guys want to see career mode, because I'm down for it. I love playing career mode, and definitely during the start of the year is my favorite moment to play career mode. Definitely not gonna be any Ultimate Team content, just because it takes a lot of time. To someone that doesn't have a lot of time, I cannot do that. If ever I need to stop doing career mode, it's fine. I can stop career mode and come back to it whenever I have the chance. For Ultimate Team is different. It's a game that it needs you to be like logged in a lot of times to like have the best experience about it, and something I cannot do at this moment. But let me know. Well said and done. Let me know all your opinions about the game. Let me know who is the best player on the pitch. Probably we're gonna agree to go to Ter Stegen, but again, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, Blaugranas.